All right, welcome to the great city of Derby. My name is Mark, our father, the town clerk, and your MC for this morning. I welcome you to the 2023 inaugural ceremonies for the city of Derby. And we are going to start, and we ask you all to please rise to welcome our elected officials and guests. And starting with the presentation of the colors by the Derby Police Department, escorted by the Derby Fire Department. Forward march. We welcome our members of the John H. Collins Post 24 Derby of the American Legion and the VFW Post 567. Forward march. We welcome the members of our Board of Education. Please give them a nice round of applause as they enter the room. Members of the Board of Education. You can tell they're elected officials, and you can see how well they follow directions. Let's have a nice round of applause for the Board of Education. Jennifer Lewis Caruso, Carla Malermo, Hannah Marcuccio Sr., Melissa Mangillo, Rebecca O'Hara, Kimberly Kovar. And we have the members of our Board of Apportionment and Taxation. Let's give them a nice round of applause as they process in the Board of Apportionment and Taxation. Jennifer Gross, Colleen Jimmy Rizzo, Michael Gray, Kristen Yancini Wright, Tina Pirelli Sokol, Lamini Patel, Jose Rivera, Isa Simmons Derby, Ashley Simon, and Laura Wellno. And now let us welcome the members of the Board of Aldermen and Alderwomen. From the first ward, Arthur Newberg, Amy Pentalici, Sarah Podolsky. From the second ward, Jessica Berrios Perez, Georgia Kurtica, Ronald M. Sill. From the third ward, David Chavarella, Robert Galcioni Smith, and Robert Hyder. We have a number of guests with us here today that we want to welcome to as they process in from our neighboring cities and towns, and want to say hello to, as they process in from this side. You can adjust yourself to that side of the room. We're very proud to have with us Father Marek Sadowski, pastor of St. Michael's Church. Jeremiah Charles with Troop 3 Boy Scouts of America. Our honored guest, State Representative Carol Rochelle, State Representative Nicole Perez-Pichia, Seymour First Selectwoman Anne Marie Cronus, Oxford First Selectman George Temple, Deputy Derby Police Chief Brian Grogan, Fire Chief Michael Glover, Superintendent of Schools Matt Conway. Okay, we also have some representatives of our state government with us. Attorney General William Tong. Our state treasurer, Eric Russell. United States Senator Richard Blumenthal. Our Lieutenant Governor, Susan but our two constables newly elected, Aniello D. Malerba Jr. and Carlo N. Malerba Sr. Our city treasurer, Maria Conlon. And without further delay, we're very proud. Is he coming in, Mr. Superintendent? You coming in? Come on in. The superintendent of schools, Matt Conrad. And the current and forever mayor of Shelton, Connecticut, apparently the governor's best friend, the late Mark Moretti. Our State Senator George Cabrera. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm Derby welcome to our next mayor of the city of Derby, Joseph L. Di Martino. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, actually, please remain standing. To welcome Father Marek Sadowski, CM, the pastor of St. Michael's Parish in Derby, Connecticut, for the purpose of the invocation.
Heavenly Father, we gather today under your watchful eye and loving care to inaugurate a new chapter in the history of Derby, Connecticut. We ask for your blessing on Mayor Joseph Di Martino and all the elected officials who have been chosen to lead our community. Lord, grant them wisdom, courage, and a heart for service. May they be guided by your eternal truths and seek to govern with justice, integrity, and compassion. Help them to recognize the dignity and worth of every person in our city and to work tirelessly for the common good. We pray for unity and peace within our community. May our leaders be instruments of your love, bringing people together, fostering understanding and creating an environment where all can thrive. As we embark on this journey together, we entrust our city and its leaders to your loving care. May they always be mindful of their responsibility to serve and protect the people they have been elected to represent. We ask all the things in your holy name. Amen.
At this point, I'd like to call upon Jeremiah Charles, who is an Eagle Scout from Troop 3 Boy Scouts of America here in Derby, Connecticut, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Join the Derby High School Band under the direction of Jeffrey Brooks in our national anthem. One, two. was a member of the band when he was in high school, so you know that you're in good hands. If you ever need any lessons, you probably should call somebody else. He's going to be busy for the next 2 years. So let's give a nice round of applause for the Joe Di Martino. We're going to have the stage right. If we could ask you to please be seated. There will be a second collection today. So don't worry about that. Before we get started, again, I would just want to recognize some of the non-speaking participants who are here today. We're very glad to have representatives from our state government. If they would just stand and give them a nice round of applause. From the 104th District, once again, State Representative Kara Rochelle. From the 105th District, State Representative Nicole Clarius-Deidria. From the town of Seymour, First Selectwoman Anne Marie Gronis. From the town of Oxford, formerly part of Derby, First Selectman George Temple. A Derby-born guy who has been the mayor of Shelton and a good friend to all of us, Mayor Mark Loretti. Our Deputy Chief of Police, Brian Grogan, is here. Thank you, Chief. Our Superintendent of Schools, Matt Conway, is here. And also, not on the stage, but certainly somebody who is an important part of our free and fair elections here in the city of Derby, our registrars of voter, Louise Pitney and Michael Shell. So I want to thank everyone for coming today, and we're grateful for a peaceful transfer of power here in the city of Derby. So we'll be moving right along with our program, and it's an historic year, this year of 2023, for it was 50 years ago this year when the city of Derby elected a mayor who was the youngest mayor in the city of Derby, and he passed away this last term. So I'd ask you to pause for a moment to remember the repose of soul of former mayor, our youngest mayor, former Mayor Eugene D. Mitchie. Thank you very much. All right, the first guest we have here today, who will be swearing in the Board of Education, is our Attorney General, William Tong. Would you give him a please and a round of applause?
Please thank you to the City and Town Clerk, Mark Garofalo, for emceeing us today. Thank you so much. So, just a few thoughts. Mayor, when I got up this morning and put on my suit and put on my tie and started to get ready to get here to Derby, I passed my wife in the kitchen and she said, "Where the heck are you going?" She didn't say heck, by the way. And it was a reminder, as I'm reminded every morning, that this job starts at home. And that I can't do my job, and we can't collectively do our jobs without the love and support of our families. And that my wife Liz makes my life and my job and my service possible. And so too, Lori makes your mayoralty possible. And your four girls and your entire family, this doesn't happen without them. And let us thank the families, and let us thank Lori and the mayor's 4 children and their extended family for their service as well. Let me ask the members of the Board of Education to join us.
I'd like to introduce them and have them come forward, and so you can recognize their pretty faces. My 6th grade teacher, Daniel P. Foley Jr. Jim Gilday. Laura Harris. Carla Malerba. My typing teacher. In case there's any typos, you can blame him. Kenneth R. Martino Sr., Rebecca O'Hara, Kimberly Tovar. We have two members who could not be with us today because of previous commitments, Jennifer Lewis Caruso and Melissa Magillo, who have previously been sworn. So please give them a nice round of applause.
I want to hear about the city and town clerk in 6th grade. So we'll get some of those stories afterwards. Let me also just say about the Board of Education. Mayor has a really tough job being the chief executive of this town and city. But members of boards of education, I can't think of a harder job in America today than being a volunteer member of the Board of Education. It is a difficult, sometimes controversial, emotional, sometimes thankless task, but so important and vital and critical to our community. And as a parent of a 17-year-old, 15 and 12-year-old, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for stepping up and thank you for your service. So with that, please raise your right hands. Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Connecticut, the Charter and ordinances of the City of Derby, so long as you continue a citizen thereof, and that you will faithfully discharge according to law your duties on the Board of Education of the City of Derby to the best of your abilities, so help you God. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Congratulations. Now I'd like to introduce our State Senator, George Cabrera from the 17th District, who will assist with the oath of office for the Board of Apportionment and Taxation. Senator Cabrera.
Good morning, everyone. It's great to be here in Derby, a new chapter to help everyone here. And Joe, I just want to say, Joe's been a friend for a long time. And I am so proud, I know all of you are as well. That's why we're all here today for a new beginning for this amazing city. Derby is a phenomenal city. I love this place so much. You all have grown up here, raised your families here, and I can tell you, it is going to be amazing to watch this mayoralty and to watch this team, the Board of Ed and Council and others, do the work that needs to be done to make sure that our children, our families, in this great place gets the leadership, the resources it so desperately and sorely deserves. So I'm proud to support this team and looking forward to the work ahead, the days ahead. This is a new beginning. This is a new chapter in the building. And I know that together we're going to chart an incredible course together to make this place the best place it can possibly be. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Senator. I'll introduce the members of the Board of Apportionment and Taxation in alphabetical order if they would come forward to be sworn. Jennifer DeRoche. Give them a round of applause. Colleen Jermaine Ezzo. Michael Gregg. Tina Pirelli Sokol. Bhavini Patel. Jose Rivera. Ashley Simon. And Laura Wabno.
You guys have the easy job, right? It's so great to see you all. You can just raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Connecticut, the Charter and ordinances of the City of Derby, so long as you continue a citizen thereof, that you will faithfully discharge, according to law, your duties on the Board of Taxation and Assessment of the City of Derby to the best of your abilities, so help you God. Congratulations.
Okay, we're very honored and privileged to have here. He's an honorary citizen of Derby because he's here so much. And he happens to be our senior U.S. Senator in Washington who has served us well over these many years. And won't you give a nice warm Derby round of applause for our United States Senator, Richard Blumenthal.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark. I can't say that I've known Mark since 3rd grade, but I have known him since before his hair was gray at all. And he has served the town of Derby with such distinction and energy. Thank you, Mark, for your service over many years. Derby is one of the smaller towns in the state of Connecticut, but it has one of the biggest hearts. And I love Derby. I love it for its caring, its community, and its dedication to education. I've been in this school for I don't know how many times, and I'm always amazed by the dedication of Derby to its young people. If we have any teachers who are here today, would you please raise your hand? All the teachers who are here today, please raise your hand. Thank you for your time. And Derby also loves veterans. It has a reverence and respect for veterans that is really almost unique in the state of Connecticut. All of the veterans who are here today, please raise your hand so we can thank you. You know, we celebrate democracy today, but we really celebrate as well public service. Some of the toughest public service there is. You know, people sometimes say to me, wow, you're a United States Senator, you have a tough job. Well, it's tough at times in Washington, and there's a lot of disagreement and even some dysfunction, as you may have noticed. But the guys who really have the tough jobs are on this stage. They have to make sure that the roads are safe, that education and fiscal policy are responsibly done, that healthcare is delivered. They're the ones who really make a difference in your lives. And their families are behind them. They couldn't do the jobs without their family. They are the ones who make it happen in your lives. And so I am really proud and honored to be here today in one of the greatest towns, swearing in a new team, a new era, a new chapter. Really exciting. And I'm going to ask all the members of the Board of Aldermen to please come forward.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Senator Blumenthal and introduce the new alderman. This is also a historic year, 50 years after we elected our youngest mayor. We've elected our youngest aldermen. So give a nice round of applause. We'll start with the fighting First Ward, our youngest alderman, Arthur Newberg. Amy Pettinici, Sarah Radomski. In the Second Ward, the reliable, steady Second Ward, Jessica Barrios Pettis. George F. Kurtica. And definitely not the youngest alderman, one of the longest serving aldermen in public service, Ronald Emsell. And from the terrific Third Ward, let's hear it for David Chevarella, Robert Falcone Smith, and Robert Hyder. Senator, would you please swear in our aldermen and women?
With pleasure. Please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Connecticut, the Charter and ordinances of the City of Derby, so long as you continue a citizen thereof, and that you will faithfully discharge according to law your duties on the Board of Aldermen to the best of your ability. So help you God. Congratulations.
Let's hear it for the Board of Aldermen and all the women. Thank you. Senator, I just want to tell you, I'm very glad I have more salt than pepper, but I'm happy to have it, so I'm good with that. So thank you, though.
Beats the alternative.
The alternate, right? I need a new hat, so thank you again. Let's have a nice round of applause for our Senator. No stranger to public service, and a person who serves quietly but professionally, helping people in their times of need with compassion and dignity and respect. He is our probate judge, and following in the footsteps of his father with a careful hand on the most sensitive of times that he deals with people's families with compassion and dignity. Let's give a nice round of applause for our great judge of probate, Clifford P. Boyle.
Thank you for that lovely introduction, Mark. If we are going to take your time to prepare, I have known you since I had it. Just to expand on what we have said about public service, city constable is one of those jobs that, you run for offices that I think like judge of probate, you have to maintain a degree of, you can't be partisan in a job like that, excuse me. And you have to be neutral, even though it is an elected position. You are part-time. I know one of our officials here couldn't make it today because he had to work. So it requires a kind of dedication that is unlike most elected positions, especially, and this is true of a lot of local government. It's true of a lot of everybody on this stage today, and you should all be commended here. So, I believe we just have Carl here today.
So we have our two constables, and again, it's not an echo. It's the first time two brothers were elected to these positions. So if a Malerba knocks on your door, it probably might not be the best thing unless he's coming over for Christmas dinner. So let's give a nice round of applause if they would come forward. Aniello D. Malerba Jr. and Carlo N. Malerba Sr.
Misinformed, so. And this is, I assume Mark's right here. It says, do you, the brothers Malerba, solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Connecticut, the Charter and ordinances of the City of Derby, so long as you continue a citizen thereof, and that you will faithfully discharge, according to law, the duties of the constable of the City of Derby to the best of your ability, so help you God.
Thank you very much. All right, we have another special guest with us here. I think it's his first time here since being elected, though he's been here many times. We're very proud that he is guarding the money of our state and investing it well and with integrity. Let's give a nice round of applause to our neighbor from New Haven, our state treasurer, Eric Russell. Thank you
Mark, and good morning, everyone. It's really an honor to be here with you on this special occasion, and want to thank you all for coming out and being a part of this process. I want to start just by saying congratulations to everyone on this stage. As several people have mentioned, it's not easy running for office. It's not easy stepping up and putting yourself out there. And it's particularly hard, I think, right now, when we've seen so much divisiveness and just the climate in politics change so much. But you have all stepped up to do this, bringing different backgrounds and perspectives to the table. You stepped up for different reasons, but at the core of it, it's all about caring about this community and wanting to see a better Derby moving forward. I'm especially excited excited to see Joe stepping up and being able to bring the vision and courage that he's brought to everything that he's done. I want to give a special shout out to Arthur. Being a younger person running for office the first time myself, this is what democracy is about. This is what representative government is about. And especially on the local level. Our local elected officials are the closest citizens get to government. It's how they see government work for them. It has the biggest impact on folks in Connecticut's lives on a day-to-day basis. And with that comes a responsibility to make sure we're using government for good, and that citizens know that they have a voice and that they're being well represented. And so I'm confident that all of you will use these roles to accomplish so much good moving forward, and I look forward to doing that work alongside all of you. So with that, let's move on to the swearing in.
It's with particular pleasure to welcome our newly re-elected City Treasurer, Maria Conlon, who has been on the front line and certainly under the most difficult of conditions in the last 2 years. And so we thank her for her professionalism and quiet professionalism to keep a steady hand at a very tumultuous wheel. Let's give a nice round of applause to our City Treasurer, Maria Conlon.
Do you, Maria Conlon, solemnly swear you will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Connecticut, the Charter and ordinances of the City of Derby, so long as you continue a citizen thereof, and that you will faithfully discharge, according to law, your duties as Treasurer of the City of Derby to the best of your abilities, so help you God?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, moving right along, we're very happy to have our Lieutenant Governor here, Lieutenant Governor Susan Beisowitz, who has been here on so many occasions to help us with the many challenges here in the city of Derby. We know that she and Governor Lamont will be great partners to this new administration in bringing us well-earned state money. But we're happy to have her here, even though she didn't bring the checkbook today. That's okay. We're really happy to have her here, and it's an honor to have her be here to administer the oath and usher in a well-received new chapter in the life of the city of Derby. Our Lieutenant Governor, Susan Beisowitz.
Thank you so much. It is an honor to be with all of you to celebrate democracy and to celebrate a new chapter in Derby's history. And we know that from the dawn of our nation, we've had since the American Revolution to today, more than 1 million Americans who've given their lives so that we can speak as we choose, worship as we choose, and elect our leaders. That is something so special, and very few countries across the globe enjoy that privilege that we have as Americans. So we celebrate that. We thank those that have given their lives for our freedom, and we thank our veterans for this incredible opportunity. I also want to thank the candidates. It takes a lot of courage to put your name on the ballot. And we thank everyone from all the parties, and there were a lot this past election, who ran. They contributed to this important conversation about the future of Derby. So let's give all of the candidates a round of applause. Made an important point, and that is that the family members of all of these great elected leaders behind me serve alongside them. They're the ones who've already generously given their time, sacrificed, supported their loved ones, and more of that will be required as they undertake their duties. So I do think it's important to have all of the family members of any elected official to please stand right now so that we can say thank you to all of you. All so much in advance for your service. And my husband, David Donaldson, does counseling for spouses of elected officials. So if you need that, just let Joe Di Martino know, and he'll give you the phone number. I am so delighted to be here on behalf of Governor Lamont and myself to swear in Joe Di Martino. Governor Lamont and I believe in his leadership, and we believe in the qualities that he will bring to governing. And those qualities are a very strong work ethic. You're going to see him early in the morning at Town Hall. You're going to see him there doing his work all day. You're going to see him there in the evenings attending meetings, and you're going to see him out in the community. Joe is a person who's already devoted his whole life to public service. He worked for 33 years in the Department of Public Works. He's been on the board of aldermen, and he's also spent countless hours and decades coaching kids in Derby in various sports. He's a person who loves Derby. Clearly, Derby loves him back, and I know that he's going to bring great leadership to this beautiful community. I know he is going to be focusing on transparency, fiscal responsibility, and reorganizing Town Hall. And the governor and I can't wait to help him succeed, and I think it speaks volumes of the support that Joe has with our partners from the legislature, with the mayors who joined us from surrounding towns, with our constitutional officers, and with our United States Senator. So with that, I'd like to invite the family members of Joe Di Martino up to join him as I administer the oath of office. And I know there's a lot of you, but the stage is pretty big, so come on up. Joe is saying he needs at least his 4 daughters, and all of you are most welcome. And the youngest Di Martino is definitely coming up. All right, so Joe, if you would raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Connecticut, the Charter and ordinances of the City of Derby, so long as you continue as citizen thereof, and that you will faithfully discharge, according to law, your duties as mayor of the City of Derby to the best of your ability, so help you God? Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor and distinction to introduce for the first time in public a graduate of the Derby High School class of 1985, state championship wrestler and band member. Let's give it up for the 32nd mayor of the city of Derby, Joe Di Martino.
Thank you so much. Lieutenant Governor Weissowitz, thank you so much for being here and doing nothing today. You were such a huge supporter of mine for the past 4 years. It really meant a lot to me, and it was an honor for you to do that for me today. Thank you. On behalf of my family and myself, I want to thank you and all the good people of Derby who elected me as the city's mayor. It is a great honor and also a privilege. A privilege that I take very seriously and will treat with respect that it deserves. The respect of the office and the people who elected me means that I will show up every day to do the job, treat our citizens with decency and respect. The city's business will be conducted transparently regarding public access and input. Every citizen of Derby who comes to City Hall in good faith to offer a good idea or issue a complaint will be treated kindly and respectfully. It is important to note that this was a divided election outcome. With 4 candidates in a bitter primary on the other side, it was never likely that any candidate would receive over 50% of the vote. While I appreciate the huge margin of victory, I am mindful that the people of Derby will be watching to see that we govern respectfully and with integrity. We will earn your trust. Today's ceremony marks the beginning of a new administration. It also means the election is over. Today we put politics aside and put honest and dedicated governing front and center. As of today, we are Derby first in all that we do. During the campaign, we set forth a policy platform laying out our policies and visions for our city. On Monday morning, this entire administration will get to work implementing that platform and keeping faith with the people who elected us. We will begin by undertaking a forensic audit of all city financial situation and practices that have placed Derby under the state financial oversight. Professional auditors will uncover the facts and make the truth transparent to taxpayers. We will seek accountability and straighten out this mess by getting Derby back on the right financial track. Yes, we will clean up our finances. We will also clean up our neighborhoods, streets, parks, and recreational areas. Our citizens deserve a city with a clean government, parks, and neighborhoods, and we will deliver that to them. Finally, I intend to work closely with our federal and state legislative delegations. Recently, I had a very positive meeting with Senator Murphy. Soon, I will do the same with Senator Blumenthal and Congresswoman DeLauro. I also hope to meet with Governor Lamont and each member of our state legislative delegation. Senator Cabrera, Representatives O'Shell, Wheelander, and Claire, teacher. The purpose of these meetings will be to present Derby's priorities for federal and state funding and legislative needs. We intend to hunt down every dollar that we can help Derby improve our infrastructure, create jobs, and improve the lives of our citizens. Thank you again for your kindness and support. I will lead our city with honesty and respect for all our people. I ask for your help and ideas and look forward to creating a brighter future for this great city that we all love. I'd like to thank a few people while I'm here. My great campaign manager, Linda Fusco, thank you so much. We took this journey 4 years ago, and we finally got it done. So I thank you for standing by me those 4 years. My campaign team, Mark Garfalo, Jim Gilday, my son-in-law Ryan Toffey, and Chuck Stanky. Thank you for all you did for me. Your experience and knowledge was so helpful to me, and I appreciate everything you've done for me. Thank you. To my family, my wife and 4 daughters, thank you for supporting me, thank you for being there for me, and thank you for going on this journey with me. The journey has just begun. The journey started actually 38 years ago when I met my wife at Derby High School. And we've been high school sweethearts, and we're back at Derby High again, starting a new journey on me, so thank you for that. My brother Jim, you've been my biggest supporter. You always have been, and I appreciate your support and everything you've done for me. Thank you. A couple of days ago, I get a surprise at my house. My mother-in-law, father-in-law, sister-in-law, brother-in-law from Florida flew up to be here today for me. It was a great surprise. It meant so much to me, and thank you for being here for today. And of course, my younger sister-in-law, Allison, who's old, she lives in Cheltenham. She's here all the time. You've supported me throughout this journey, too. Thank you so much. I wanted to thank the band for being here. It's so nice of them to come today and play music for us. I'm not sure where they are, but if they can hear me, thank you so much for being here. The police and firemen's color guard, thank you for being here today representing the police and the fire department. We really appreciate that. I'm going to work my hardest every day for the residents of this town. I'm going to work every day for you. We want to bring government back to the residents of this city. So I plan on working hard, being there for you, and if you have, I will have an open door policy. If you need me for any reason, you call or come and see me, and I will be there to meet with you. I thank you for your support again. I thank the residents of Derby for giving me this opportunity, and thank you all for being here today. Thank you.
Again, thank you to all those who participated today in making this a success. And the one that I wanted to save till the end is the staff here at Derby High School, Jen Olson and Jeffrey Brooks from the band for all they did to make this event successful. At this point, we're at the end, so we want to call upon Father Sadowski from St. Michael's Church to offer the benediction.
Blessed Lord, as we conclude this ceremony, we pause to acknowledge your presence and grace in our lives and in our community. We ask for your continued blessing upon Mayor Joe Di Martino, the elected officials, and all who have gathered here today. May your wisdom guide our decisions, your strength sustain our efforts, and your love inspire our actions. Bless our city of Derby, that it may be a place of peace, prosperity, and harmony. Help us to build a community that reflects your justice and mercy, where all can live with dignity and hope. As we depart from this place, let us carry your spirit in our hearts, committed to service our community with integrity and compassion. May the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, guard our hearts and minds in the days to come. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Father. And at this point, I also want to thank Linda Fusco and John Sacchi, who helped with the setup and organization at the beginning. So we're going to conclude our ceremony by singing God Bless America, and then we invite everyone to the cafeteria and the vestibule for refreshments, after which the three boards will have their organizational meetings right here on the stage. So we have the tax board and the board of aldermen stay here, and the Board of Education is going to adjourn to the other room. So if you would all please clear your throats, take a sip of water, and would call upon Alderwoman Sarah Vidomsky to lead us in God Bless America. Stand at attention as we retire the colors from the Derby Fire Department and the Derby Police Department. So we ask them to present arms. Forward, march. Two, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we wish you all the happiest and healthiest of holiday season and wish all our best to our elected officials. This ceremony is included. Go in peace. Thank you very much.